The beginning of a Christian politics is this phrase, Jesus is king. That's where our politics, friends, begins. It's got to be clear in our minds. When you become a Christian, your identity dramatically changes. You gain this new citizenship. Suddenly, the most important thing about you is not what your gender is, not who your parents are, not how much money you make, or whether you went to college, or whether you're single or you're married. Your nationality, the most important thing about you is not anything that the U.S. Census Bureau or your college applications would have inquired into. Rather, the most important thing about you is that you are united to Christ through the new covenant of his blood. You are a son and daughter of God. You are a brother or sister to the saints. You are a fellow heir of the King. You are a citizen of the kingdom. So when this happens, friends, when you become a Christian, what you do is you go before King Jesus and you take all of those different elements of your identity and you give them to King Jesus and you let him either get rid of it or redefine it or whatever he's going to do. Okay, Jesus, here, I'm Jonathan Lehman. I'm son of Dave and Barb Lehman. How would you have me be a son? I'm an American. What would you have me do with my Americanness? I have white skin. That means certain things in this country. How would you have me use that for the good of others and for your glory? I have a college education. I make this much money. On and on we could go through the different categories of me, and I give them all to King Jesus, and I say, "Oh, King, what would you have me do with these things?" And some of those things he'll be like, "Nope, getting rid of that." And other things he'll refashion and give it back. I'm a man. King Jesus, what does it mean to be a man? The culture is saying this. Some of the churches I grew up are saying that. King Jesus, what does it mean to be a man? How would you use my manness? What is it? What does your word say? I need to be discipled. I need to grow in that. Friends, this is identity politics. This is the identity politics we need as believers. Listen to how 4th century Roman Eusebius described one early Christian named Sanctus when Sanctus stood before his torturers in the year 177 AD. Again, this is a 4th century Roman historian writing about a 2nd century Christian. He says, "With such determination did Sanctus stand up to their onslaughts that he would not tell them his own name, race, and birthplace, or whether he was slave or free. To every question he replied in Latin, 'I am a Christian.' This he proclaimed over and over again instead of name, birthplace, nationality, and everything else, 'I am a Christian.' And not another word did the heathen hear from him." Not beautiful? I don't care what the U.S. Census Bureau says. I don't care what the colleges say or the media says. I am a Christian. And that's the most important thing about me. And that defines everything else about me. Not that these other categories aren't real. Not that they're not significant. The Bible has instruction for husbands versus instruction for wives and for parents versus children. Those are still real categories. For slaves, for free. It has instructions. But all of those are now being defined by the fact that I am a Christian. And it all comes under the lordship of Christ. The lesson here, well, we need to let go of our American identity, our party identity, just long enough to let the Lord fashion it as he pleases. As I said to you this morning, if you were here, we become better friends to America by loving Christ first. Right? We become better friends to America by letting Christ define us first.